So here I am, back in the Catskills, finally. It's been a tough, crazy, cold, isolated winter. I'm sure it has been for everybody. Man, I never want to do that again. But I'm so happy to be back up here in the Catskills. The snow has finally all melted, the land is springing back to life, and you have that fresh, clean country spring scent in the air. And I think it's finally warm enough for me to go on another bike ride. So today I'm going to take you guys on a little trip to show you a major project that I've been working on over the last several months. This is huge for me. I'm pushing myself way out of my comfort zone and taking a massive risk. I mean, my real estate career has exploded over the last several years. I've got a great roster of clients in New York City, and I think I've really established myself as the guy to talk to if you want to buy a house in the Catskills. But if you're not growing, you're dying, right? So for me, the question is, what's next? And the answer came to me in the form of one word: build. Man, it's so beautiful up here. Oh, did you think we were going on another bicycle tour? Sorry, no bike tours today. I have a destination in mind. It's about 20 miles away, and I want to get there so I can show you guys around. And you know, there's a lot of background details that I really need to catch you guys up on, and I do that much better when I'm driving the car as opposed to riding my bike. In case you hadn't heard, the real estate market went crazy in the last year. I mean, we already had an undersupply of housing in the US pre-pandemic, and then during the pandemic lockdown, it just went nuts. I mean, everybody wanted to move, inventories dropped, and prices skyrocketed. I had so many clients who were so frustrated looking for homes up here. You know, whether they wanted to buy just a little getaway house in the country, or whether they were looking to relocate full-time because of the possibilities of remote work. I mean, it was just slim pickings. Especially up here in the Catskills, it's to the point now where there's literally no good houses left. So it seems to me that the solution is to build more homes. I mean, there's tons of land around here and not enough homes, so it just seems obvious, right? But here's the thing. New York City developers are serving the needs of New York City clients in the city. When you take those developers outside the city, they're kind of strangers in a strange land. They don't know the best locations, and they don't have any contacts in the local community. On the other hand, there's lots of great builders in the Catskills, but they're really building for the taste of a more traditional Catskills client. They're not really building to serve New York City clients' needs. So who's going to do this? I mean, really, can you think of anybody who knows the taste and requirements of a New York City home buyer and has a great knowledge of the real estate market in the Catskills and has the energy and ambition to do something like start building new homes? So we're standing in front of a 6.7 acre parcel of vacant land in a private community called the Highlands in Bethel, New York. I found and purchased this lot after an exhaustive search. Now, what I envision about right over there is an architect-designed, sustainable, single-family home that provides the perfect retreat in this idyllic location. We're going to harness the latest in carbon-neutral design principles, as well as the most advanced construction techniques to create the perfect home so our owner can not only feel great in their home, but feel great about their home. Now, here's the point where I catch you up on a lot of details, so come on. My first step was to get out a map. Now, I've owned a home up here for about 10 years and I love it, but I thought to myself, if I was going to build myself a new home, where would I put it? I thought about my local towns that I love. Callicoon and Narrowsburg are my favorites. They have that small town country charm, but they still have a lot of sophistication. I definitely have to be very close to those. Second, I read this big, thick book called Finding and Buying Your Place in the Country. I learned how to analyze the topographical maps so you can get the best sunlight positioning, how to analyze the soil to learn the depth of the bedrock, and if you can efficiently install systems like septic and wells. I also thought about the basic things that you have to think about, like do you get good cell phone service here, and who's the local internet provider? I mean, just because we're in the middle of nowhere doesn't mean we need to be disconnected, right? So after many months of searching, I ended up here. We're in Bethel, New York, about an hour and a half from New York City. This is a 6.7 acre parcel of land, and honestly, it's one of the most beautiful ones I've seen. There's a huge pond on the property, and the house is going to be sited up the hill on high ground overlooking the pond. The house is going to sit at least 50 yards from the private road here, and honestly, there's no traffic here anyway. We're on the southern side of a ridge, and the house is going to be sited facing south to give maximum sunlight and also the ideal positioning to collect electricity from solar panels on the roof. This location is ideal, that's why I picked it. Callicoon is 17 minutes that way, and Narrowsburg is 20 minutes that way. Right up here, 2.5 miles, is Bethel Woods Center for the Performing Arts, where they have amazing concerts and events all summer. And listen, it's perfectly quiet and private around here, but we're still only about a mile from Route 17B that gives you easy access to New York City and everything else the Catskills has to offer. So what's next? What am I going to do with this gorgeous piece of land that I now own in the Catskills? How do you envision, market, and sell a home that doesn't exist yet? In the coming weeks, I'll introduce you to Daniel Holgan. He's the amazing architect that I've partnered with to build this home. I'll also introduce you to Tech Prefab. They're the building consultants that are helping Daniel and I use the most advanced construction technology to build a home that's beautiful, strong, and ecologically responsible. All this leading up to unveiling the design to the public and putting the home on the market. This has become an all-consuming project for me, and I can't wait to reveal the details to you. YouTube has really become a primary source of communication for me, so I expect that those details will be released here first. If you haven't subscribed to this channel already, make sure to smash that subscription button because I don't want you to miss anything. I can't wait for a groundbreaking. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below or just call me up and ask me. I pick up my phone when it rings. I'm a real estate agent in New York City and the Catskills, and now I'm a developer. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.